We are honored by the presence and prepared to celebrate the NATO-Fest flag-raising ceremony.
Right.
We'd like to welcome the Norfolk Fiscal Board Chair, Ms. Lisa Sandler, Superintendent of the Transportation General Safari of the Office, the City of Norfolk's Mayor, the Honorable Paul Freeman, and the Lieutenant
Julie does the weather and Todd's director. So the Hoodman? So is this Hoodman? So is everything gonna be right here? Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the United States Air Forces Band, under the direction of the Chief Musician, Gordon Campbell, and drum major musician, first class playoffs, Josh Newmeyer, the march on Allied Transportation's call detail. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
Columns of 5 from the right, at a route step, march.
attention. We are pleased to welcome Headquarters, Supreme Allied Command Transformations, Junior Military Member of the Year, Yeoman Second Class Petty Officer, Horatio Edwards, United States Navy. Norfolk NATO Festival Board Chair, Ms. Lisa Chandler. City of Norfolk's Mayor, the Honorable Paul Crane. Supreme Allied Commander Transformation, General Stefan Abiyaw, Norfolk NATO Festival Ambassador, Allied Command Transformations, Senior Military Member of the Year, Personnel Specialist First Class Petty Officer, Krista Gay Simmons, United States Navy. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. This afternoon, Supreme Allied Command Transformation, General Stefan Abiyaw, and the Allied Command Transformation staff will recognize the 59th Norfolk NATO Festival. Please join us in recognizing the 28 member nations of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join us in recognizing the North Atlantic Treaty Organization and their 28 member nations while the band plays the national anthem of the host nation, the United States of America in its entirety, followed by the NATO hymn. Please render a salute on the first note of each anthem and drop salute on the last. No salute is required during the hymn. Albania. Bulgaria. Canada. Croatia. Czech Republic. Denmark. Estonia. France. Germany. Greece. Hungary. Iceland. Italy. Latvia. Lithuania. Luxembourg. Netherlands. Norway. Poland. Portugal. Romania. Slovakia. Slovenia. Spain. Turkey. United Kingdom. The United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the band will now play the NATO hymn. No salute is to be rendered in this presentation. Will the guests please be seated? Staff, parade rest. Ladies and gentlemen, Supreme Allied Commander Transformation, General Stefan Abrial, will now present and give to the Norfolk NATO Festival Ambassador, Personnel Specialist First Class Petty Officer, Krista K. Simmons.
It is a privilege to be able to open with you the climactic 3 days of the Norfolk NATO Festival. Actually, just a few minutes after this event, the two Hüllebedu will offer a preview of a great show that will begin this evening in the building to my right. Just as ACT's relationship with the Hampton community is here alone, the Norfolk NATO Festival consists not only in these 3 days, but in a series of outstanding events over many months. A few weeks ago, we were excited to once again host the Model NATO Challenge, where involved and talented young men and women from area high schools represented our 28 member countries in a mock debate. And who can forget Secretary Clinton's visit to ACT and her interaction with our staff, followed by her intervention before the World Affairs Council, where, in a speech that was heard and read across the globe, she outlined a compelling vision for our alliance. The Norfolk NATO Festival means a lot to all of us in light command transformation and to our families. It is a unique example of the community and its headquarters reaching out to each other. It touches us tremendously and helps us feel so welcome here. I'm especially grateful to the City of Norfolk and its mayor for their rock-solid commitment to supporting us, and in turn, I can say that I am proud of our contribution to the city's well-known diversity and energy. Thank you, Mayor Frank, for your great leadership, and thank you to all who do so much throughout the year. But this event also goes beyond the relationship between like command transformation and the community. It carries a strong message on how important NATO is to the security of all its members on both sides of the Atlantic. Because NATO is not more for Europeans or more for Americans. In reality, NATO is crucial to the security of both, and all should feel a sense of full ownership in it. Without the alliance, there is no saying whether Europe could today be whole, free, and at peace. But it is equally a fact that the first and only time in NATO's history that its mutual defense clause was invoked was in solidarity with the United States of America in the aftermath of 9/11. Occasions such as the Norfolk NATO Festival, this ceremony, the NATO Festival Night of 82, the parade, NATO-Fest and other associated events are important opportunities to foster this appreciation of the value of the transatlantic relationship that is a force for good in the world at large. This is why I would like to warmly acknowledge one of the great members of the Allied Command Transformation Team, Petty Officer First Class Chris Simmons, who will proudly carry this important message as the festival ambassador. This edition of the festival takes on an immense meaning in light of a very special occasion in just 3 weeks, the NATO Summit in Chicago. Not only will this land be the first alliance summit in the US for over a decade, but it will be the first one ever in the American heartland. It will be a great symbol of the relevance of NATO to this country's population and a wonderful opportunity for an in-depth conversation on how we can keep on playing this essential role in the future. As you know, the Allied Command Transformation has been hard at work, contributing to this summit's outcomes, as NATO addresses the emerging security challenges of ballistic proliferation, terrorism, or cyber attacks. We have notably helped the Alliance develop what we call smart defense, which is set to help all its nations build the capabilities we need to face these threats in spite of the severe budget challenges that almost all of our nations are facing. The spirit of smart defense, and indeed the spirit of the Alliance, is that we are stronger together. There is no better symbol of this philosophy than the colors of all our 28 nations and of NATO itself flying side by side on this plaza. They remind us of our commitment to carrying our future security together. And we will remember that these same flags and those of our many partners are also flying side by side in Afghanistan and in many other challenging environments throughout the world. So as we joyfully celebrate the days to come, our thoughts and prayers are more than ever with all our heroic men and women and with their families.
General Stefan Abrial will now present a gift to the Norfolk NATO Festival Ambassador, Cadet Simmons. Ladies and gentlemen, Norfolk NATO Festival Ambassador, Cadet Krista Dave Simmons.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasure to have you here today. It is a great honor for me to have this opportunity to speak to you today as the ambassador for the 59th Annual Norfolk NATO Fest. In 1953, NATO established its first and only command in North America, Supreme Allied Command Atlantic, in Norfolk, Virginia. This was renamed Headquarters Supreme Allied Command Transformation in 2003. Aligning the city's Auxiliary Festival with the newly formed NATO Command helped it stand out from the multitude of other Auxiliary festivals in nearly every state south of the Langston-Dixon line. 1 year after NATO's arrival, Norfolk City leaders renamed this event the International Auxiliary Festival, which served the dual purposes of a salute to the Allied forces and celebrating the beauty of the city's gardens. This year, NATO celebrates its 63rd anniversary with its full member nations and partner nations as part of the providing an ever-increasing and dynamic international community in the Hampton Roads. Norfolk NATO Festival is the longest continuous running festival in the Hampton Roads region, and it's the only one of its kind in the United States that honors the NATO alliances and its partner nations. When I was first approached with the idea of serving as the Headquarters Supreme Allied Command Transformation, I was concerned about serving in such an environment. I was concerned about the language barriers. I was concerned about the cultural differences and how I would fit into such a vast and diverse community. This assignment is truly different from anything I have ever known or done. I have since discovered that serving as a member of the NATO staff, it is turning out to be one of the most rewarding and fulfilling experiences of my 12 years of military service. I have had the privilege of serving with some of the most dedicated and talented military members from all over the world. One of the most important aspects of NATO I have learned so far is to recognize and appreciate the uniqueness of each of the nation's customs, traditions, and culture. Imagine being a part of a flag-raising ceremony for a country you have never visited and know very little about. Very interesting. The time-honored tradition of flag raisings not only gives one the opportunity to gain knowledge about the country's history, but also their sense of nationalism. As you can see, by the 28 different nations represented here today, we all come together to celebrate and recognize the importance of the alliance. In the true spirit of community, dedication, and commitment, I would like to take this opportunity to recognize the fine men and women of the enlisted ranks, of which I am honored to serve alongside within the alliance. The most notable are the fine men and women amongst whom I was selected as Military Member of the Year for both the Headquarters Supreme Allied Command Transformation and Allied Command Transformation overall. It was most humbling to have had the chance to compete against the finest the enlisted ranks of the Alliance has to offer. I would like to say thank you for this most prestigious opportunity to serve as the ambassador of this wonderful celebration. As we celebrate here today, I would like us to keep in our thoughts and prayers the men, women, and their families who are currently serving in operations abroad to protect our common security and shared values. Ladies and gentlemen, I am truly humbled for this opportunity to speak with you today. Let us enjoy today's celebration as we pay tribute to our 28th member nation alliance. Thank you.
The band will now play a tribute song by performing The Stars and Stripes Forever by John Philip Sousa. Mayor Paul Frank will now present his mace to pay out some sentence. The mace originally came to Norfolk in 1751 as a symbol of King George's royal power, as vested in Governor Robert Dinwiddie. This magnificent silver mace is the only one still both intact and in the city to which it was first presented. Having survived the War of Independence, where it was buried in a field, and the Civil War, where it was hidden in a fireplace, it now symbolizes resilience and survival of Norfolk. Ladies and gentlemen, City of Norfolk's Mayor, the Honorable Paul Frank.
Thank you, General Gabriel, General Bieniek, Vice Admiral Johnston-Burt, Festival Chair Lisa Chandler, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the opening ceremony of the 59th Annual Norfolk NATO Festival. On behalf of the City Council and the citizens of Norfolk, it is once again an honor to represent the city at today's flag-raising ceremony, the traditional kickoff of the festival. This year's festival honors all NATO nations, and on behalf of the citizens of the City of Norfolk, I take this opportunity to thank all NATO member nations for their commitment to the principles of freedom and the preservation of peace and security. NATO was established in 1949 to counter the growing influence of the former Soviet Union and other Eastern Bloc nations. For over half a century now, the alliance has continued to withstand the tensions of a changing world and to maintain international stability while protecting and nurturing growth of democracy. It has done so by adapting to new challenges that have emerged and threaten democracy and free societies, and through expansion of its membership to include additional nations. We appreciate the great amounts of dedication, hard work, and sacrifice the Alliance and the men and women serving their respective countries endure. So thank you for all that you do. The need for the Alliance today is as great or greater than it has ever been. As home to the largest naval base in the world, and with our long-standing military heritage, Norfolk citizens understand the importance of military service and the sacrifices made by those who serve. And so we are very, very proud to be home of the Alliance's North American headquarters. It is in this sense of pride and distinction that led us to organize this festival in 1953, the year after NATO's Allied Command was established. And since then, Norfolk has held this annual tribute during the month of NATO's founding as a way of recognizing and honoring the Allied forces. We are a city that is fiercely proud of our military heritage, a heritage that stretches back to the founding of our nation. We are equally proud of the role we have played and continue to play in defense of our nation and defense of freedom around the world. There are few communities that can say they have had this privilege. Over the next several days, citizens from across the region will be attending the many special events that are a part of the Norfolk NATO Festival, such as the Virginia International Tattoo and the annual Parade of Nations. Norfolk greatly values and appreciates the opportunities afforded by the NATO Festival to advance and promote the importance of cultural exchanges and international friendships between our citizens and representatives of Alliance member nations. And so on behalf of all of us here in Norfolk, I extend very best wishes to all NATO nations and to everyone involved in helping make this year's Norfolk NATO Festival a great experience for all. And many thanks to the NATO Festival Board and staff for organizing and producing this important civic celebration. And on a personal note, I would like to express the gratitude of the entire city on my personal thanks to Lisa Chandler for chairing the festival for the third time. In its 59-year history, only Ms. Chandler has chaired the festival 3 times. So Lisa, thanks very much. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Sound, attention. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand? The United States Fleet Forces Band will now honor the military service of all Alliance nations by playing the United States military service songs as they pass and review.
Forward! March!
Please remain in attention for the departure of the official party. This concludes our flag-raising ceremony. We thank you all for attending. Please join us at the SCOPE-Plaza for the tattoo hullabaloo as we continue celebrating this momentous occasion.